folks. Give me just 1 second. My boom mic has decided the place that I have it mounted on decided it wanted to go wonky. So give me just a second, a few minutes. Continue watching the intro video. I'm on the headset mic right at the moment. I gotta think of something real quick and in a hurry to fix this whole mic situation that I've got going on. Absolutely stupid problems to have, but they're my problems. Let's see. Will a zip tie work, maybe? No, a zip tie won't work. Let me try moving it to this real quick. Oh! Let's try this for right now. Let's see if that'll work, maybe. If not, I might just have to use my headset mic. I was not expecting this. But, hey, anyhow. But today's stream, folks, is we are going to finalize our drones and spawners and stuff like that. And I'm going to show you a few tricks how to implement them here in just a second. Tighten this clamp down right here. Hopefully it'll work. If not, I'll have to think of something else, which I'll do that off camera after the stream. But I can still use the headset mic. It's just not as good quality as my other mic. So, you know, you use what you got, and you make it work. So, that's what we're doing. We're using what I got, and we're making it work. Maybe. There's a maybe there, guys. Alright, there we go. That's tightened now. Will it reach over there? Oh, I think it might work, guys. Maybe. We'll find out here in just a second. I actually have a bracket that I can mount on my wall to where I can mount it, but it's in my service vehicle out in the front yard, and we're not going to walk out there for right now. Alright, let's see here. I get my keyboard. The mouse. It's absolutely a Monday. Alright, I think this is going to work. Yep, I think this is going to work. So let me just adjust the boom mic real quick. Tighten that screw back up. There we go. Alright, let's see. Let's try it out and see. So swapping from boom mic from headset mic to boom mic. Alright, we are on the boom mic. Yay! It's working. See, I told y'all it was going to work. Ish, maybe. Got to do a little adjustment to the boom mic to reorientate the mic. Alright, perfect, beautiful. And, oh yeah, that's going to work. Absolutely gorgeous. That's going to work just like that. Good deal, good deal. Alright. Now that all that drama's over with, let's go ahead and go to the excuse me, the desktop for you lovely folks. Let's go ahead and stop that little video right there, and then we're going to switch over to our display capture right there. All right, beautiful. All right, so this side, this is our little notepad section right here where we have notes and things like that. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to learn some more stuff about our spawners. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to our blocks config. Let's see. Entity spawner. Yes, this is our entity spawner. Catch y'all up on what I done. Alright, so in the last episode, I showed y'all how to bring one of these in, right? So if you want to make yours, I'll zoom in for you so you can see. If you want to go ahead and add this line right here into your mod entity spawner 1, go ahead and do that. So while you're doing that, I'm going to sneeze, or try to. Because it's just like that. All right. So just a custom icon, space, commanding officer. Commanding has a capital C. Officer has a capital O. Everything else is lowercase. All right, and then most importantly, if you remember, we had trouble in the last episode like that. So we're going to look at this line right here, spawn class. And I'm going to need you, I'm going to move this over a little bit for you so you can see. I'm going to need you to make your line look like that. So it will be spawn class, colon, space, quotation, template, UCH guard, spelled just like that. Make sure that you use the spelling just like that. It is, trust me, it's case sensitive. Comma, space, UCH Marine 01, that's a 0 right there. That's not an O, that's a 0. 01 male, comma, space, UCH Marine 01 female, comma, space, UCH Marine 02 female, comma, space, UCH Marine 03 male, and then end with quotation, no commas after that. Okay, make that line look just like that. Here, I'll move it back right there. So that's this part right here is how you want to make this line right here, and it works. But if you remember, up in the top, we had problems with our whole deal with it not wanting to work in the last episode. Well, this is how it works right here. I figured it out off camera, and believe it or not, I actually streamed 2 other times yesterday. I know I was a busy man yesterday, but anyhow, so I figured that out. That's what that's going to look like right there. Okay, now down here on your mod drone bay, I changed this. Okay, and I'm going to show that. Let's see, can I zoom back in a little bit? Yes, I can zoom back in more for you. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and, which actually I think I deleted it. Yeah, I did. I deleted it. You want to go ahead and change this line right here, or you want to add this line right here. Just comment the models that you have there now. Just go ahead and comment them out, which I think was this one right here. Is the one that I had showed y'all before. Excuse me. All right. And then you want to add this line just like this. Okay. Model, colon, space, at models, models with an S, plural, to, what is that, backslash, forward slash, backslash? You know, I don't remember. I think that's backslash. If I'm wrong, y'all correct me in the comments. Entities, make sure it has capital on entities. Backslash decorations, make sure it has capital on decorations. Backslash deco NPC, capital NPC, slash tactical officer prefab. Okay, make sure that you comment the model that you're using out now, which I think is going to be this guy right here, if I remember correctly. Make sure that you comment that out. Or you can delete it, but make this section look just like this, okay? Just make it look like that. There's nothing after that. See, there's nothing behind that. So, there you go. All right, and then, let's see, what other changes did I make? Let's see, max count, because you only need one of them. Because if you try to put 2 of those, which is your drone spawner, you got to put your ammunition inside that, and then if you have 2 of them, it'll confuse the game. So now, if we want to make another one, we absolutely can. We can absolutely make another one of these right here, but that'll be later in the stream. All right, and let's see, what else did I change? While I'm thinking about it. Oh, and make your mass 275, your volume 284, your volume capacity, if you haven't already done that, 20103. Then the CPU, make that 50. Okay? And then this right here should all still be the same. Okay? You should have 2 two max spawners. That's the spawners that you can put down. There's 8 drones that are active. Max in reserve is 300. And then the action radius, that's how far they patrol out. So when something gets into that sensor range, then they lift off from the spawners and they go defend the base. Okay? All right, now, this is your actual spawner for the drone. Okay, max count is 4. I don't know if it's do we have max count? Well, we'll look at it here in a second, and we'll see once we get in game. Yeah, we'll look at it and see. All right, now what we want to do here also now is right here we want to allow placing at. We're going to change this to comma SS for small vehicle, comma for ground vehicle. Okay, and we want to make that look just like that. What we're going to do is we're going to make it to where we can put our drone defense system on small vessels and capital vessels. And we'll spawn some in game and we'll try that out here directly. Okay? Let's see. And we want to make sure hit points, CPU in. We're going to change that CPU to 50. Okay? Let's see. Because we want to accommodate it for the CPU usage on vessels and stuff like that. Okay? Okay, good talk. All right. And then mass, you know what? Let's go ahead and make the mass 5. Volume should be okay with the volume. All right, now let's go back up here to our actual spawner thing. And we want to change that mass to 75. We want to change that volume to 75 also. Okay, CPU. All right, perfect. Now what we want to do is we want to add this to where we can place this lovely thing on our SVs and our capital vessels as well. Okay, so we're going to comma SS for small vessel, comma GV for ground vehicle. All right, and then oh wait, hold on. I'm telling you wrong right here. There we go. Scratch that. That's not where we want to go right there. I apologize. I was looking at the wrong line because they look so much alike. See how this looks like that? So go ahead and leave that as is. This is the line we want. Allow, place, and add. All right, now let's try to. I apologize, folks. It happens. Comma, SS, comma, GV, just like that. Okay. Now we don't want to stop there. We want to go back to our entity spawner. This guy right here. Okay, we want to allow that to be placed here. I'm fixing to make the same mistake again. There you go. All right, we want to make that to where we can place that on our hover vessels as well, because I'm going to show you a trick in game. So that's going to be comma SS comma GV, just like that. Okay. All right. So that's going to work. So we're going to go ahead and control save. Okay. Perfect. And I think that's what we're going to do for right now. All right. So I added this right here also. In the info, I just added this line right here. You can put in whatever you want to, but make sure that you leave the comma in right there. And you can put anything you want to. Standard security squad for bases consistent of Marines. I just throw something in there. All right. Excuse me. Now, let's go over here to our entity class. I didn't change nothing over here. Okay. I just went through all this stuff yesterday evening and saw what was what and all that stuff. And if you look through there, this is our E-class config file. You can tell, UCH Elite Male, reference UCH Marine Sniper, and they come in with a sniper rifle. Okay, if you want a sniper in this squad, you absolutely can do that. Okay, but I will show you later on in the series how to, yep, there it is right here. Take this guy right here, make another copy of that, and teach you how to add different style drones. That way you can have a fighter class drone and a bomber class drone. Okay, but when we make a copy of that, we will also need to make a copy of these two sections right here. We'll need to make a copy of that whole section right there with our drone spawner and so forth, and we'll change the icons up as needed. Then we'll have to add it over here to our config, our items config file, and over here in our thing. But like I said, that's later in the series where I show and teach you how to do that. So right now we just want to go with what we have, and we want to check it out. Oh, and I did do one other thing too. Let's see. Nope, that ain't it. Give me just 1 second and I'll find it real quick. Turret minigun. Nope. That's not it. Control find. Pulse rifle. Okay. All right, yeah, this is it. All right, so what I done, give me just a second. What I done is I changed the pulse rifle from that jankety rifle, whatever, that could have been better, and I changed that mesh from the pulse rifle right here, and I added the grenade launcher, the tier 2 grenade launcher, in its place. And that's literally right here. So you see where I commented this line right here out, and then put this line right here in. So if you want to do that, you absolutely can. If you want to just keep the regular standard plain Jane pulse rifle, then you absolutely can. And then I also changed the sound effects, which is right here. I just copied this straight from the pistol up top above this file right here in the regular pistol section. So just grab this word right here, go over here, and then search for pistol, and then grab from the tracer bullets all the way up to where it says reload delay right there, and then just go ahead and put it down there. Then I changed the zoom a little bit, okay, which you can zoom it in a little bit if you want to, but you can work on the zoom and do that however you want to do it. That's your choice, which I showed you in previous streams on how to do the zoom effect and stuff like that. Okay, and then I made it where you unlock it at level 3, right behind the regular assault rifle. So basically, it's an assault rifle version 2. It's pretty much what I done. All right, so that is all the effects that I can remember that I done off camera. Let's go ahead and load it up and see what we got. And then I'm going to show you how to use the spawners. Oh, hold on real quick. Let's go back over here to this. Allow in blueprint, true. Make sure in your mod entity spawner that it is allowed in blueprint. Okay, because what that does is that allows you to create things inside the blueprint, and you can bring it in game. However, of those that are playing this game, if they don't have your mod, then they won't be able to use that. All right, so let's find the EGS over here real quick. All right, it's still loading up, sorting life out. All right, now we're going back to our contact point alpha. And yes, before I actually started streaming, I was experimenting. I actually modded the planet's starter planet file. So if you notice, my planet's a little bit different for you or your planet, then it's because I modded mine. But that's not today's lesson. That comes in later in the series, and I'll show you how to do that as well. Today's coffee is the Irish Sweet Cream again. Good stuff. Very fresh. Good stuff. So, however, I just noticed that I need a refresh. So, I'm going to mic boom you to the headset, and we're going to walk over here. We're going to get a refill of this coffee because today's going to be a beautiful stream on how to bring your spawn entities in and all that, which I had showcased this in the episode where I titled it Imperium Galactic Survival, and I spelled Imperium Galactic Survival wrong. I spelled Imperium wrong. I think the P and the Y or the P and the R was backwards. Something silly. But I had titled it I've got a surprise for y'all, and I kind of showcased it a little bit. Well, today's episode is teaching you how I done that, and that's what today's episode's all about, is teaching you how to do that. So I'm looking at the game, and it's deciding on life over there. Let's get a sip of this coffee real quick. So I'm not sure what's going on with it, but in theory it should work. It's thinking about it. It's absolutely thinking about it. If you hear reverb, it's because I just hit the boom mic. All right, headset mic off.
Mic off.
Yes, my mic talks to you whenever you mute it. there's no quiet way of muting the mic, because it tells everybody, hey, you're muting the mic. So there is that. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and type in God mode, item menu, female, USA Marines, so that would be the 01 female. Okay. That's interesting. That's the first time I've noticed that. So let's see. That is 180, which is bigger than the entity visibility range distance. Oh, okay. So, all right. So that is the UCH assault rifle. All right. That's an easy fix real quick. That's in the items. We need to make that 120. All right. That's not a problem. Words. Let's see. Control find. UCH assault. Oh. UCH assault rifle. All right. It is going to be the other direction. So let's go ahead and sort that out real quick. Let's find in all documents. if I can't spell. Am I spelling that right? I am. What the hell are you spelling, Chief? Assault rifle. I think I got it spelled right now. All right, let's count that. All right, there we go. All right, so that has a range of 180. Let's drop that down to 115. Yeah, let's drop that down to 115. We're going to save that. Let's take its damage up to, say, 200. Okay? Yeah, we'll do that. Perfect. All right, so that should solve that problem now. Okay? And that's another way you can find out if you can bring that command up. A lot of times it will absolutely show you, hey, this is going wrong. It'll scream red at you like that. And that's good. So, we got to witness that together. Oh, look at there. It decided to load it up faster today. Or faster. All right, let's get a sip of this fresh refill of coffee. See how we just fixed that one little problem right there? All right, we're good to go now. All right. So we need to be ready to hit our God mode because we were literally out in the middle of the field out there for whatever reason. All right. God mode, item menu. All right. So here's the weapon I was telling you about. You got a scope. So there you go. Okay. And also it holds 60 rounds per magazine because it's, well, if you look at the model, it almost looks like it's belt fed, so we're going to give it 60 round capacity. That's why we done that. Let's see, can we turn on the light? Nope. So no light there. All right, but we absolutely can do night vision because remember, let's get out of that. If you remember, our little goggles right here, not only are they scanners, but they are also night vision too. And we can zoom in. Woo! All right, so that is what. Now, I'm not quite sure where I'm at on the map. Let's look at the map. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal the map for you and show you how my map will differ from yours. See? I changed the planet, okay? And it does get busy. It absolutely gets busy. So, but, yeah, so we're going to go back to map, hide. All right, now it'll only show where all I've been. Now I also got a base over here because I had died. We're not going to talk about that. Let me go ahead and put. Actually, I ain't even got to do that. I just got to find my base. That one. We're going to show that on large destroyed farm. Large farm base. Okay. We're going to accept that. And then over here, I actually came across another base, too. It was just waiting for an owner. So what I done is I actually inventoried a teleporter between the two. All right. So let's go back over here. We're in God mode. We can go ahead and turn that off. All right. Now, if you look, we'll turn God mode off so we can look around. All right. This is the template UCH guard, okay? And I actually had to put a weapon in her hand, okay? Which I'm going to show you that real quick. That's what I did. Let's see, templates. No, it's in the EC or E-class config file. I'll show you here. Give me just a second. I got to go down here. Let's see, is that it? Yes, that is it right there. So I had to come down here. I forgot about that very crucial thing. And right there on items, on enter game, replace anything that's after this, replace it with the UCH pistol. I'm thinking that was a oversight on Elion because the model didn't have that. But anyhow, she is actually the captain of the squad or whatever. Okay, so just make that change. Try not to save it while you're in game. But anyhow, but that's what she looks like. That is her model right there, and it's actually not a bad looking model. Actually, the whoa shit, the oh, I mean, God, but I fell off. Her uniform and all that's very well consistent. Like I said, the model's really good. The holding of the firearm is, I mean, it could do a little bit more work, but for this, it works. All right, and then here's your bazooka girl. She's Marine 03, I think. Okay, there's her. There's this little lady right here. She's the assault rifle type. So you got a bazooka, pistol, and assault rifle. And believe it or not, there's actually a male in here somewhere around here. I think he's over here. Yeah, there he is. So you got 2 bazooka guys. Get it, boys. All right, so there's that. All right, and then I kind of acquired these off of a space station or one of those vessels, which that vessel should, yep, there it is right there. We'll go see that here in a minute. All right, so there's that guy. There's this girl right here. All right, now, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to show you something. You remember our drone thing? This is our drone commander right here. Okay, this is our drone thing. That's why I told you earlier in the stream, change the model out to what I did, because now it gives more immersion, because now she's controlling the drones, so to speak. Okay, so if we open that up, what is that? E key. So we have 239 drones in there. Okay, and they absolutely will defend the game. So that's what the new model for the drone bay is going to look at. And it takes up a 1 by 1 by 1 square, which I'll show you what I mean by that here in just a second. Let's see. Right there, size and blocks, 1 by 1 by 1. Okay. So that's how you work that. So make sure that you not only change that, but also change the model to this one. I got to sneeze. Excuse me. All right. And then make sure that you change the size and blocks 1 by 1 by 1. Okay. That's all right. I think we're all caught up with everything that I've done off camera. All right. And then here's our girl right here. Was at a spawn pad that I had right there, but I deleted that. Let's go over here and get some stuff cooking. Okay. Let's see. I got to think of where they're at. Let's see, that's our drones. We got plenty of those. Let's see, you can only stick 2 of those on a base. We can change that, but not right now. This is our assault rifle right here. It says pulse rifle, but it's actually our assault rifle. Okay, and let's go into our research tab, and let's see here. What did I change in here? Did I change anything in here? Yes, I moved the flak rockets to level 1, which I think cost 2 points. Yeah, 2 points to unlock to level 1. And actually, flak rockets in real life, let me find them real quick. I think they're down lower. Ah, there they are. These 3 guys right here should absolutely be at a fairly low. The flak rockets and the projectile turrets should be on the same level, in all honesty. So I probably need to go in and change that to where this right here is at level 1. This and this is at level you start with the projectile turrets, and then you have to have the this one and this one, and then this will move over here to level 2. This will be moved to level 2, but that's later in the stream. And then this will drop down to the same line that it's on, and then carry out with everything else. Okay. All right. Now let's go over here to weapons. This is your pistol that we changed everything on. That's this little guy right here. See, this little lovely fella right here that we spent so long changing things. Okay. Not sure what all that's about. And then the assault rifle, because you're going to get a pistol first, then you research to your assault rifle. Then here's your pulse rifle, which we can change the name of that later. I just throwed it in there because it just looks, to me, the model looks better than the other model that it had, if I'm to be honest. Okay. This should absolutely be before this. You want this before this. So you move this over here to level 2, move this to level 3. We'll do all that later. All right, now tools. Did we change anything in the tools section? Yes, we made our auto miners to where we can research them at level 3, 5, and then level 10. And we'll go in and we'll change all that in another episode. All right, so now that we're all caught up on everything, that's all the tools. There's our detector. There's our ore scanner, which they're all the same, so we just haven't removed that just yet. Let's go into MISC. Did we do anything in MISC? Yes, here we go. Here's our mod entity spawner right here, okay? So we're going to go ahead, and that is, if you look at it, it says Standard Security Squad for Base Consistent Marines. That's where we done that. So that's where that's at. If you notice, our icon is the shape of a human, okay? So that's why we done that like that. All right, so now let's go in here and find where we build them at. All right, there we go, right there. So mod entity spawner. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of those. 4 will be fine. Mod drone. Okay, let's go ahead and grab 4 of those. We need the mod drone bay. Where's that at? We'll need a couple of those. Okay, let's do 20 of those. Let's find where's our actual drone bay at. That's what we're looking for. It's in here somewhere. Is this it? Oh, there it is. Yep, there it is. So we need to change that icon to the actual model. All right, so there's that. We'll go ahead and grab 2 of those because one's going to be for the HV, the other's going to be for the SV, okay? All right. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and grab these right here, okay? And I'm going to show you this little trick that I had done last time. So we're going to go ahead and item menu in a SV, HV, CV block. You can even do a base if that's what you want to do. Which we can go ahead and do a base. Here we go. Let's move that over here. What? I'm in God mode, ain't I? Oh no, I'm out of God mode. Okay. Nope. Wrong button. There we go. All right, I'm in God mode. Now we're good. All right. Let's see. Let's move this over here for right now. All right, we're going to place this. We're going to place this right here. That's our SV. This is our huge, gargantuan capital vessel. And then this is going to be our little HV. Okay. I will go up here and I will show you the ship that we got because it just kind of somehow came up here and it harassed us, but none of my base defense could do anything with it, but it was absolutely shooting at us because it's what it does, because it's flying so high. And what we did is we came up here, we flew up here in God mode. Yeah, we flew up here in God mode, and there you go. Come join the rest of us down here on land. And we took it over. That's where I got the other people at the base. So, and we just removed their core. and then place our core in it. That's all we done to it, you know. So we're gonna let this thing fly right here on the ground. Okay. All right. Here, you just sit here and look pretty. All right, we'll go ahead and turn it back on. Okay. All right, you do your thing now. Stop hovering above us. I mean, it's kind of a cool looking little ship. If I'm to be honest with you, it's interesting for sure. It's definitely interesting. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting little ship, to say the least. All right. Well, we're gonna let it do its little thing and get back over here to what we're doing. All right. So now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna place one of these right there, one of those right there, one of those right there. Okay? Now, here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go into CM for Creative Menu. Okay? You have to do this. And then you're going to press the P. Well, actually, let's go over here. Let's put this in our hand real quick. We're going to look at this spawner plate right here. We're going to press the P key. The only thing that should be on here is this. So what we're going to do is we're going to max this out, max this out, max this out, max this out, max this out. Then we're going to check this respawn, okay? We're going to do that with each one of these, okay? And I'll show you why here in just a second. Okay. There's that one. And then this lovely little lady up here just standing up here looking all pretty. All right. All right. And it's very important that we click respawn area. So now we're going to go back into CM and we're going to go back into survival. Okay. And then here's what we're going to do. We're going to Alt-O. Oh, you know what? I forgot about the whole core deal. Let's go ahead and put us a core back on it. Okay, just grab two of them. Okay. All right, now let's go back into Alt-O. Okay, we're going to save as small SV. We're going to change that name just a little bit. Small vessel spawner test. Okay. All right, so now that is our little SV, which is private. Okay. And then, let's see, can we remove the core now? Should let us remove the core now. Okay. It won't let us remove the core. Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, let's see. Can we do this one? All right, and this one we want to save this one as save as hover vessel spawner test. Okay, and that is absolutely set to private. Okay, and let's see if it will let us. Okay, so we still need a core on that. Not a problem. I might have to do it in. There you go. All right, let's go back into CM, and let's see if it'll allow us to do it that way. CM Alt. Okay, there it is. You got to be in CM mode to do this. All right. What is this? The hoverware spawner. Okay, perfect. We're going to overwrite that. We're going to go ahead and save this, and we're going to overwrite that also. Okay. Now, let's go back into CM for survival mode. Now, when you go to F2, that's all you need. You need wood planks and carbon substrate. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring in a portable constructor. Okay. And then a little bit of wood. There's some logs. Because the reason I'm doing it like this is I'm going to show you just how easy it is to bring it into the game. Okay? Alright, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to our teleporter. Alright. Just worked. Alright, I am going to teleport to the other base that I kind of acquired. Okay? Alright, we're going to go ahead and get a little sip of coffee. Absolutely good stuff. Alright, so now we're at this other base, and it actually came with a woman walking around. And that's okay. You know, I absolutely came with this guy. Alright, so now we have Marines, so we're going to come over here. We're going to ungod mode ourselves. Get rid of all this stuff that's taking up our inventory. Okay. We're going to throw our portable constructor down. Because I'm mimicking as if you started from scratch. Alright, we're going to throw that in there. Then we're going to make a wood plate. So 20 be sufficed. Okay. Go ahead and grab some more resources while we're around. You know, like I said, I'm mimicking you playing the game. We're not necessarily worried about people coming and getting us because we got our Marines around, okay? All right. Now, let's look at, all right, our hover vessel. We're going to add that to the library. All right, we need some carbon substrate and some wood planks. Carbon substrate, that actually comes from stone and stuff, doesn't it? I couldn't remember. So let's go ahead and grab some trees and some stones. Well, I mean, we could absolutely spawn it in and all that, but like I said, whoa, okay. That was fast. But I'm mimicking you starting off at a survival, okay? And there's nothing worse than starting off and grinding for resources. Oh, those are berries. We're going to leave that. We're going to leave that. Let's go ahead and grab this stone right here real quick. Alright, let's see. I think that should be enough to get us started for this tutorial. Alright, let's go ahead and grab... Well, actually, that won't give us logs. That'll just give us fiber. And I do not think that you can make... what are you? Copper. Whoa, hey. We finally found copper for the first time. But yeah, I ended up getting this low base. And this is in the quieter part of the neighborhood. So, okay, we got 500 logs. That is okay. let's unload our pockets. Yep, let's unload our pockets. Let's grab that and dump that into our factory. Okay, so now we got 600. We can build basically 600. All right, let's go back over here and let's go ahead and get this carbon. We need stone dust. Let's crush stone, so that will be 102. Okay. Oh, let's see. Let's go ahead and grab some more stone. Like I said, I'm mimicking you, the player, as you just started off, you know, and you don't have no resources and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You get it. You absolutely get it. Okay. So we got plenty of wood planks. That is not a problem. We're just grabbing some more. Let's go ahead and turn our light on so we can see where we're going. Okay. Now, I understand I can absolutely God mode all this stuff in and make it faster. However, sometimes you just want to just, you know, check out the sceneries. There we go. And just do a little gameplay too, you know. What is that? Oh, we discovered a new civilization. Hello. Civilian. What are you all out here in the weeds for? Okay, fair enough. You do you, boo. You do you. Now, interesting. I tried to figure out a distance for this. Guys, there is no distance that I could find for that. There's absolutely no distance that I could find for that. I tried. There's absolutely no distance. I think it's hard coded in, but if I ever find a way to where we can make the drone, now my drone's at like 500 5,000 hit points, 10,000 hit points, or something like that. But if I ever find the distance for this drone, I absolutely will show you how to mod that so you can drive your drone around the map if you wanted to. But unfortunately, I can't find one. I looked all through the coding. I have yet to find one, but as soon as I figure out how to make that drone distance, couple of thousand meters and all that stuff, I absolutely will. I absolutely will. You'll be the first ones to know whenever I do. All right. So we got 400. So let's go ahead and well, we're almost done with this whole carbon bit. Let's go in there and see if there's anything in the refrigerator, because I look like I'm a little hungry. Let's see. I know there's a refrigerator up here because I've looked at it a few times. Oh, yeah. There we go. We found the refrigerator, folks. Got some buds. All right. Let's see. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. Well, that's anticlimactic as hell. Nothing? Well, let's throw some food in there. Oh, yeah. Let's do a little eating. Oh, yeah. And let's finish it off with a pizza. And I don't know what kind of sandwich that is, but it absolutely looks good. All right. Let's go ahead and give us a couple of shots of oxygen. I don't think we can put... apparently we can. Okay. Well, I stand corrected. So there's our multi-boost. Let's see. Let's see. What else we got in this base? Let's show you around. There's our constructor, which I don't know why they turned it around this way. I would have turn it around the other way. Actually, you know what? Let's do that real quick, because I can. Or not. Let's get God mode. Of course, you're going to walk over there, aren't you? Why not? Why not, Miss Ma'am? All right. There we... Ha! Put it down. Alright, let's go back out of God mode. Alright, so there's our constructor right there in the base. It's got weapon platform box on it, but I don't remember seeing any weapons on this thing. Alright, let's go out here and look at our whatever the stuff is. Alright. Let's see. We should have plenty now. We'll go ahead and stop all that. And let's go ahead and get that busy on that. Damn, what the hell y'all doing? Okay. See what I mean, guys? You don't have to worry about the critters. The Marines will take care of that shit. Hey, you remember we were saying we had no food? We got food now. Alright. So apparently we don't have a Wi-Fi in this little box. Let's see if we can create us a Wi-Fi, a Wi-Fi, for those of y'all that are wondering. Did I even unlock a Wi-Fi? Shit, I don't even know. That would be in MISC, which is actually it's a tool. Yeah. Should be able to create that in here. Am I just not seeing it? Am I just blind, or what's going on here? Huh. Alright, so what's going on with this Wi-Fi here? What do we need to unlock? It should be unlocked. That is interesting. I mean, we can go ahead and unlock those for later. Tools. We can unlock that. Maybe that's what we needed, is that one. Let's just see. Yeah, I should be able to build a Wi-Fi. That is interesting. That is interesting. You needed crushed stone? Some bitch. Alright, well. We tried that, so let's go ahead and shit. Where's it at? Carbon substrate. Alright, we tried it like that, and I looked absolutely confused. But I'm still curious about that whole Wi-Fi ordeal. Why? Let's God mode up to the other constructor. Maybe I can't build it in that constructor. Let me find that constructor. Up, it's one more level. There we go. Alright, can you build the Wi-Fi? Now, let's look at our research thing again. Where's it at? It's in miscellaneous. If you look, it says portable constructor, No, okay, HV constructor. Okay, so yeah, it's this one right here. So okay, well we'll absolutely change that. All right, so let's wrong button, Chief. Let's go into God mode or go out of God mode. All right, let's put this stuff in the factory. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and start production on this little hover vessel right here. Okay. Okay, we'll do the same thing with the small vessel also. And you can do this with the hover vessel, the capital vessel, or the H vessel too, guys. And then whenever you spawn these two in, you can absolutely use your drill or your drone, and you can spawn it in. And we're going to put this guy right here. Okay, and like I said, we changed the drone to where its hit points is at like 5 or 10,000 damage. So we're going to drop that bad boy right there. Okay, and it'll take a few seconds to implement. Maybe. Yep, as soon as it hits the ground, should start spawning in as soon as it hits the ground. Oh, wrong. There we go. So we can see it. Maybe. Maybe we confused it. Or maybe we got to run up to it. Okay, maybe we got to run up to it. Okay, but it'll continuously spawn the units in your vicinity. Like these guys right here have some. Whoa. Okay, so now it's all breaking loose now. Good shot. Yes, we're running from a raptor. Do you see the potential? Woo! Good looking out there. But you see the potential of having that where you could bring that in now? You see where it absolutely changes the dynamics of the battlefield? So that's absolutely a good problem to have. Like I said, you saw where it changed the dynamics of the battlefield. Oh, oh. Shit. Drones, raptors. It's all uncaving. Oh, shit. Yep, yep. We're surrounded. We're surrounded. But you see how it gives you early in-game. Whoa, there's a hole there. But you see how they defend you? You gotta love it. So that, that, folks, is why I learned how to mod games. So that was fun. I ain't gonna lie, that was absolutely fun. That's good stuff. So we'll go ahead and get a couple of them. It doesn't matter if it's an SV or if it's an HV. It doesn't matter. They all do the same. And you can have where the SV spawns in like just rifle squad, or the HV spawn in just, you know, whatever. You know, but like I said, it gives you a completely different dynamic to the actual gameplay. Okay, and you can do this. Excuse me. You can do this with a regular spawner block. You just have to add it to allow in blueprints so you can spawn them in, okay? But as you can see, it absolutely it changes the whole dynamic of the gameplay. So now you can set up like that's an outward squad, so we're going to stick up another one right here. You know, we got to let it hit the ground first, and we'll go ahead and get this other one ready to spawn into. It take a few seconds for it to hit the ground. I don't know why, it just does. All right, so there we go, and then you know they'll start all coming out. Okay, I think you got to be within a certain proximity of them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it should be 6 of them. Beautiful. You got the commanding officer. Well, you got 2 commanding officers in this case. Female fight, and then you can absolutely surround your base with these different. Oh, we're going the wrong way, ain't we? You can surround your base with this defense. Now, it's not sure-proof, obviously. However, for you in early game, it is absolutely funny. Alright, let's see, let's get that ready. And we already have one of the Marines already, he's walking over here already. Okay, so there we go. But it gives you a whole completely new dynamic of playing the game. That spotter pad will actually fall and hit the ground here in a few seconds, a few minutes or whatever. Okay. See? Perfect. And you don't need a core, and you can absolutely remove that spawner pad, and they'll still stay. Now, whether they respawn or not, I do not think that they do. But yeah, that is today's lesson, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you liked it. So that is the process that I used to make those other prefabs and stuff like that that you spawn in. And that is how you select the whole entity. Now, once you save it without a core, it'll tell you no core present. So in order to adjust anything to it, you have to go into CM, which is creative mode, and then you can adjust. Well, you have to stick a core on it before you can adjust it. Okay. Yep. There you go. You have to stick a core on it before you can adjust it. Okay. And we'll throw another one down there just to show you. Even though we are in CM, which we'll throw that down there. See, still no core present. Now, we go back into CM, and then we're back into survival mode, okay? So, there you go. Now, I will go ahead and remove this one, because I don't like the little figure sticking up. Alright, now there's that. So there you go, guys. That's how you get your Marine squads in the field. And trust me whenever I tell you that I have tried to make the spawner plate spawn on the terrain. There is no way. EGS says no. Denied. It does not like it, and it crashes out. So that is the workaround that I have found, the way you can have portable spawners, so to speak, in game. Okay. Now, let's see here. Let's go ahead and spawn in. Wrong button. Let's go ahead and spawn in blueprints. Okay. Let's look at some SVs. Okay, modded white dart. That's our little spawner plate. Little one. I don't know. Did I download that off of somebody? Interesting. I don't remember getting that one. All right, live stream build. Gunship. You know what? Let's bring this one in. All right, let's see. I think I made this one for Reforged Eden. However, what we're going to do is we're going to change some things on it real quick. Let's see here. We're going to need some fuel. Let's go ahead and grab some fuel. We're going to throw this stuff in there. All right. All right, let's see. Let's throw some bullets in it. What kind of bullets do we need, guys? I'm just checking some things real quick. All right, bullets, we need 15 millimeter. Okay, 15 millimeter. That should be enough. Perfect. All right. Let's see. The reason we filled our drones up because this is actually an attack fighter. Okay. That's the sole purpose of this is to be an attack fighter. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where do we need to go? This way. Yep. Okay. But before I knew how to mod Imperium Galactic Survival, that was the style guns that was on this little build right here. And I think this build specifically was built for Reforged Eden. I may be wrong. I don't remember. It's, hello, an engine compartment. Sorry. I look at things like, ooh, cool. I want to look. All right. We absolutely can go in there and throw a core on those things right there. No, we can't. Those are friends. But anyhow, we're just cruising across the thing. Let me get a sip of this coffee real quick. But yep, that's the little shuttle fighter that I made. Now we're going to our other base right here. This guy. Wee. Hey folks. Do I not have backing brakes? What's going on here? Okay, we're gonna throw this bad boy. Oh yeah, that's right. It don't really have reverse thrusters because it's meant to fly forward. So, all right. Let's go ahead and set this thing down. Okay, now, the reason we came over here is because, I don't have a door over here. What the hell? Oh, yep, there it is. Found it. Found the door. We have this guy right here building these things. So, we're going to grab one of these. Fuel. Alright, let's grab one of these little fellers and then one of these little guys right here. Okay. Now this is going to look a little funny looking at first, because I'll show you why here in just a second. Because see, she's little bitty. So, with that being said, she's a little bitty girl now. She's my little mini. Actually, you know what? Let's put her up here. Yeah, let's put her up here. Right there. Okay. We'll turn her around. It's so cute. So, we are actually going to change. We're going to make another one that is specific. She's a little girl in my pocket. Just I'm sorry, this is just freaking hilarious. Okay, so get my composure back. Let's see. There we go. All right, let's see here. Let's take these out of the way. There we go. All right, now let's go to our little elf in the shelf. Shit, I didn't get the there we are, right there. All right. Elf on the shelf. All right, so we're going to load that up with 20 of those. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to we're going to fly, and we're going to find some enemies. Now, because we got our elf on the shelf sitting out there looking all pretty and cute, we should have our defense drones spawn when we have an enemy within 2,000. There's a drone over there, so we're going to fly toward him. Elf on the shelf. You have to admit that today's episode is absolutely hysterically funny. All right, what do we got over there? We got a, what is that, a nest? I think that's going to be a nest, guys. Yeah, it's going to be a nest. All right, so see how they're flying out? So we're going to slow down. We're going to zoom out. Okay. And that's sad that our drones are bigger than we are. Okay, so we'll go back in our cockpit so we don't have all that camera glitching. So they're going to go over there. They went over there and sorted that out before we could get back into our thing. So, all right. So we're going to go ahead and wait right here and see what they're doing. They may have found something else. But see, now our SVs have a fighter escort. Okay? And what we're going to actually end up doing is we're going to change the model specific to SVs and HVs, but we're going to have drones specific for fighters, which those are what those are right there. Is for fighters. Okay, they may not can fly up that high, I don't know. But they may be on standard patrol. But anyhow, so that, oh no, they found some. Oh no, they found some. All right, well, let's go get them, guys. Let's go get them. Yeah, they found some enemies. All right, so we're gonna stand over here and watch. There they go. So they're flying fighter escort for us. So that's the beauty about learning how to mod, is now you have an SV that if you wanted a cargo haul, you know, then you could have a fighter escort of 8 fighters. If you wanted to make an SV to where you wanted to do like bomber runs, then you could absolutely have a spawner for the fighters, and then you can have a spawner on your SV for bombers also. So you can have a bomber escort and a fighter escort. And guys, this opens up a whole new level of gameplay, which I am very surprised that Elion didn't even do or even consider doing this. We absolutely could make this our base too. You know what? We might just make this our base. Just, oh, we're shooting something. We found something. something's inside. So that's got the attention of our fighters. So we're going to back up out of their way. Maybe. I mean, they're like twice my size. That is freaking cool. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So that's good stuff. All right, so let's just sit here and enjoy the firefight. We'll go back outside so you can see. And we'll zoom way out so you can see them absolutely doing their thing. Okay. And if you want, we'll absolutely turn up the thing. So look at there. So that's our fighters. They're going over there because apparently they found something over there also. But our guns are going to do havoc on that. All right, let's get back to today's conversation. Do you see how just this little bit of modding that we learned to do in the last 8 episodes, how you've dramatically changed and added a new concept and a new ideal to the regular vanilla gameplay? And understand, you can do this same stuff with any modded scenario on the Steam Workshop. As I'd mentioned in the one episode where I showed y'all how to, was it episode 3, 2 or 3, maybe 4, where I showed you how to take a workshop scenario such as Reforged Eden, Ad Astria, which is based off of Reforged Eden. Basically, it's Reforged Eden modded. If you do that, guys, please don't upload your modded scenario without the permission of the mod's original author. Let's show that respect and that gratitude, because you've seen through these 8 episodes, while we didn't do much, there has absolutely been a lot of work involved and a lot of testing on my part behind the scenes. So they're coming back. I think they're getting ready. Well, I don't know. Yep, they're getting ready to land. Okay, perfect. So there we go. There's that. So they're sorted out now. They're happy. Everybody's gone. So they're coming back to land. So yeah, they're all sorted out now. Let's kind of zoom out a little bit more. Okay, perfect. There we go. We turn the lights off so it don't blind us. But just these last 8 episodes, guys, we learned how to fundamentally change the whole dynamic of this game. And the longer we continue, the more we'll do, and then you'll eventually be creating your own scenarios and stuff like that. And all we've done is used in-game assets. We didn't have to have modeling experience, which I happen to have. I use Audio Dash 3D Studios Max, Audio Dash 3D Studios Max. I use Blender, GIMP, and various other programs and stuff like that. I even use the Unreal Engine itself, Unreal 5 as a matter of fact. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm trying to teach each and every one of you lovely folks is basic using in-game assets for your own modding experiences, your own modding creativity. I'm trying to inspire you without having these multi-dollar expensive programs and stuff like that. Okay, we're going to back that up. There we go. All right. That way you can create your own mod. You know what? That is absolutely a lovely screenshot. Let's get a screenshot of, can we get a screenshot of the moon? Yeah, there we go. Let's grab that. That's going to be our next thumbnail. But I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode, guys. And I absolutely look forward into continuing episodes and stuff like that. But we're going to go ahead and end this episode here today. And we will catch you in the next stream, guys. And if you do like what you are seeing and you are curious about where this is going, definitely consider giving a thumbs up and a subscribe. Jump into my Discord channel. My Discord is a non-expiring link in all of my videos in the description there. Or comment on my videos if you have any questions or any ideas that you want to see or not sure how to implement, run them by the comment section, run them by the Discord. Either which way, guys, you absolutely can find me to ask questions or throw out suggestions. And not all that, when you like and subscribe, it helps YouTube's phenomenal algorithms. We all know about those. It helps other people like you find these videos, because there's not many videos, or actually there's probably no videos that I have found, and if so, very limited in scope. Certainly none has went into this level of depth on teaching you, the player, you, the viewer, how to actually mod the game itself with the scope that these videos have been teaching you. So definitely give it a likes, thumbs up. Let everybody else know that, hey, we found finally a place where we can go and learn how to mod this game for ourselves. While it may seem overwhelming and it may seem stressful, the reward outweighs the stress. So, guys, keep that in mind. And as always, happy gaming. And I can't wait till the next episode. And as always, happy gaming.